Alright, so I don't know how great a video this is going to be because I'm going to try to hold my camera and do this at the same time. Right now I'm going to try to find the determinant. Again, I'm going to use the same one, transformation matrix we've been using a fair amount lately. This one right here for the 2x2. So the 2x2s luckily are a lot more simple than the others. All I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply this a times d for the first one. So 1 times 4/3, I get 4/3. And then I'm going to subtract these opposite two here. So a times d minus b times c, which is 0. So in this case, my determinant was 4/3, or as my calculator likes to say, it was 1 1/3. The 3x3s are a little bit more complex. I got a marker, hopefully the marker kind of helps explain it a little bit. So in this case, it's not just these two cross ones, obviously, because there's 3. So what it's going to be is this 4 times these two, which are like the opposite corner of it, then the 2 times 3 and 7, 2 and 0, and then this 0 times these two here, okay? And those are actually, the thing you need to remember about the 3x3s is we're going to go a, and then minus b, and then plus c. So we'll try to set this up as well as we can here. We'll have, starting out, our a times, and then these two and these two, okay? So -1 times 7 is -7. I go to subtract those two, so -4. Okay, so I got that first set of terms down, minus my 2 times, these ones are a little different, right? It's the cross one, so -3 and 7 is -21. I'm going to subtract 2 times 0, so I can leave that how it is. This last one is adding, so I'm adding 0, and it's going to be these two, but it doesn't really matter because that's a 0, so I can kind of leave that out. So now I can do my -7 minus 4 is -11. 4 times I'll write it out for you so it doesn't get too confusing, hopefully. 4 times -11. Okay. And then over here, I have -2 times -21. You can think of it that way. So I'll leave it here, I guess, for one step. So I have -44 plus 42. So I'm going to be -2 at the end of this, right? So my determinant for this one, so I can say, I'll call this A. Sorry, call this A up here. I'll call this one B. So I can say up here, my determinant of A equals 4/3. Okay, and down here, my determinant of B equals -2. Okay, so that is how you find the determinants by hand. I did show how to do it by calculator, so hopefully that's helpful as well. And the nice thing, even though I might have gotten a little fast on some of it, it's a video, so you can pause and go back, take your time if you want. All right, have a good one, guys.